So here we have another man by the name of Joseph Rutherford, the second president of the Watchtower Society, or the so-called Jehovah's Witnesses. As a matter of fact, biblically speaking, they're false witnesses. And that man, Joseph Rutherford, he was an anti-Semite, okay? And he promoted anti-Semitism in the heretical JW organization, okay? So in his book, so he lived between the years 1869 to 1942. In his book, Favored People, that's what he writes about the Jewish people. Jews are commercial people. Jews are some of the richest, most avaricious men. Jews will have the harder time during the reign of Christ. Jews very arrogant, self-important, and extremely selfish. Okay? So we see that anti-Semitism was in his heart. And as a result of that, he is the one who changed the name of that heretical group from students of the Bible, because the founder of the organization, Charles Taze Russell, he gave them a different name. They were known as Bible students. Now Rutherford came and said, no, we're not going to be called Bible students. We're going to be called Jehovah's Witnesses. And as a fact, he quotes from Isaiah 43, verses 10 through 12, which speaks about the nation of Israel. They are the witnesses of Yahweh. They are the witnesses of God. Isaiah 43, 10 through 12, friends. It's not about them. It's not about JWs. They are not God's witnesses. So we see that at the heart of this movement is replacement theology with explicit, vulgar, aggressive anti-Semitism. Let me give you more examples. In another book, the book is called Enemies, page 281. Page 281. Here's a quote from the same man. Among her instruments, her with reference to the Catholic Church. So he was also into various conspiracy theories. He believed that the Catholic Church is the one who kind of manipulates the Jewish people. So he was really into different conspiracy theories, okay? And that's what he says. Among her, meaning the Catholic Church, which he hated, okay, basically hating everyone who are non-JWs, and that's the same mentalities of people in that cult. They hate everyone who is not a member of the cult, okay, whether you're a Jew, a Catholic, a Protestant, a Messianic Jew, any other faith, any other religion, okay? So on page 281, he said the following: among her instruments that she uses are ultra-selfish men called Jews, who look only for personal gain and who therefore readily yield to and join with the hierarchy in any unrighteous schemes. Okay? So we see that that's how he calls the Jewish people. They're ultra-selfish in his opinion. They only look for personal gain, and they readily yield to and join with the hierarchy in any unrighteous schemes. Okay? Very anti-Semitic statements, no question about it. Okay? So clear. Okay? So this is this man. Let me give you some more examples, because this information is not known. Few people in the world have access to those resources and archives and study this deeply from a historical perspective, okay? So this is very unique information, friends, that I'm sharing with you here at Olive Tree Congregation. Now, for another quote from a book written about this organization. The book is called Apocalypse Delayed, the Story of JWs, page 100. Here's a quote about Joseph Rutherford. Speaking at Bible Students Convention in Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is in Canada, in the early 1920s, Rutherford described a Jew as the hooked-nosed, stooped-shouldered little individual who stands on the street corner trying to jeep you out of every nickel you have got. Okay? That's the teaching. And millions of JWs, they don't know their founders. They don't know their history. They don't know they're trapped into a demonic, antichrist, anti-Semitic cult. Okay? Another example, friends. Now this is from their magazine called The Golden Age. So they changed the name of that magazine from The Golden Age to the magazine known as Awake. Okay, so along with the Watchtower, they have another magazine called Awake. In the early days of the cult, it's known as The Golden Age. The year is 1927. February 23rd, page 343. That's what he says. Be it known once and for all that those profiteering, conscienceless, selfish men who call themselves Jews and who control the greater portion of the finances of the world and the business of the world will never be rulers in this new earth. God would not risk such selfish men with such an important position. Okay? Anti-Semitic rants, one after another, friends.